Sibling rivalry. I have children, 2 boys, who are 11 months apart, and you can imagine that they're the best of friends at times and also the worst of enemies. One day in particular, they were in the enemy zone and World War III broke out in the backseat of my car. Frustrated and about to lose my top, I calmly took a breath and said, "Cammy, you have to teach a parenting class tonight. Please practice what you teach." I zipped my lips, I pulled into the neighboring community, and I came to a stop. Instead of yelling or nagging or screaming, I tried to use my love and logic skills. I pulled over to the side of the road and said, "Oh, this is so sad." After saying an empathetic statement, I backed it up with an enforceable statement. I said, "Boys, this is so sad. I can only drive in cars that are safe. And when you're fighting, this car just isn't safe for me to drive. You're going to have to walk home." I opened up the doors, helped unbuckle them, and shut the doors, got back in my car, and I just started going. And they ran up to the car and beat on the window and said, "Mom, Mom, Mom." I said, "Oh, don't worry. You can do it. I know you can. You're very smart and you know the way home." It was probably a good half a mile at least till we got home. I said, "You know the way home. You've been there before. If you hold hands and walk really safe, no strangers will get you, and just be assertive, and I know you'll be able to make it." They looked at me wide-eyed, hopped back on the sidewalk, and I just kept going. Well, they were walking home, and I was feeling this huge success. I didn't yell. I used enforceable statements. I showed lots of empathy and love. And then a cop pulled up right beside me. I rolled down my window. He rolled down his. I said, "Officer, can I help you?" He said, "Ma'am, there was a phone call. Someone reported a woman in a black car following 2 children." I tried not to laugh and keep my composure. I said, "Officer, you're correct. My kids were being totally unsafe by arguing and fighting. I told them I couldn't drive them when they were that unsafe. I'm just trying to make them better citizens so you don't have to deal with them someday. Would you like to step in and intervene?" He looked at me with a chuckle and said, "No thanks, ma'am, good luck." And he drove right off. Well, my boys, when they saw the police officer come to my car, they ran back and beat on the passenger side window. "Mommy, Mommy, what happened?" I couldn't resist. I looked at him and I said, "Oh, this is so sad. Even the police officer heard that you were fighting so bad that it made my car not safe. He wanted to know if I needed some help. But I told him that you guys had that under control and that you guys are going to be good and that he didn't have to worry about that. Am I right, or should I call him back?" They looked at me wide-eyed. They got really scared and they double-timed at home. I rolled up my window and I was able to love them up for the rest of the day. I didn't have to nag. I didn't have to lecture. I didn't have to remind. I just got to love them. And that's what I love about Love and Logic. It gives us skills to love our children and have lots of empathy and still hold them accountable for their behavior. Now, I challenge you to come to one of our classes and learn some of these skills and see how they might help in your home. Return to gratitude and have a great day.